Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and welcome to the Word According to Me. This is episode 3 of my Word According to Me podcast, and this is the first version that we are also doing a YouTube video with as well. So this is going to be very, very interesting. And the reason why I am doing a YouTube version of this podcast is because what's been going down with my YouTube channel. It affects this, right? For those of you guys who have been listening to the last two podcasts, you know I've told you that we were going to probably do it. Um, we were probably going to do the podcast, once a month, once a month. So, and that's just the way it is. Right now, we were just going to do it once a month until we get some steam, and then maybe we'll do it twice a month or something like that, right? But like my YouTube channel. I try to put some stuff out religiously, maybe 2 videos a week at the most, maybe. Um, you know, um, but it's there's been some droughts. There's been some droughts. I haven't been doing um my weekly show that I would call weekly show called That's a Shoot, which I would do like every Friday while I talk about wrestling and talk about some of the big topics of wrestling. And there have been some weeks when I've done it, and some weeks I haven't done it, and some of that is due to the um, is due to going going to the grocery store on Fridays. But that shouldn't be a deterrent for me, and I'm gonna try to make sure that it's not a deterrent anymore for me to go. To me be doing my Zach to shoot videos. I want to try to make sure that that's not the case. But there's also been some other things that's been going on, and really what it comes down to is like my health. It really comes down to my health, and this is like really crazy, right? So I'm a diabetic. I got high blood pressure, all of that good stuff. So I went to the doctor in December to see my doctor, and my A1C level was low. Now my blood pressure was kind of high, but I hadn't been taking my medicine because I hadn't ordered it. So that was the case, and but everything looked good. Everything looked very well. So much so that she took me off some of the medicine. Told me to stop taking some of it, cut one medicine in half, just take 1 to 2 pills a day. So I was like, yeah, this is good. This is all good, right? And that was probably like early December, I believe, or late November, early December when that happened. Fast forward to my birthday, January 11th, and it seems like that was the day of demarcation where everything just went after that just went woof, straight downhill. And we're talking about getting up and being tired. You know, I would get up in the morning and around 8:30, 9 o'clock, like I normally do, and I would just be tired. And I was like, well, I wouldn't have any energy. I would be lethargic. I was wondering what's going on. There was part of me that was thinking, well, maybe I need to get up early because I usually I try to I try to go to sleep no later than 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the 2 o'clock at night, right? I try to go to sleep no later than that. So you go to sleep at 2, you wake up about 6:30, you wake up about 8:30, 9 o'clock. That's six and a half to 7 hours worth of sleep. Okay, so maybe I need more. So maybe I need to go to bed a little bit earlier. So I was doing that, and that seemed to be working. I was going to bed a little bit earlier, and that was working. So I wasn't feeling tired. So I thought nothing about it. But then I started to get the started to get frequent urination. I started to get frequent urination where I was going to the bathroom like every 30, 45 minutes, and then I was extremely dehydrated, extremely had dry mouth and everything like that. And I mean, to the extreme, where I would go get a drink of water, and 3 minutes later, I would be thirsty again. It was that type of thirst, and it was weird, absolutely weird. I was wondering what the hell was going on with me, and I just didn't know. My eyesight started to get a little bit blurry. I was like, whoa, what's this? And so, yeah, I just didn't know. So by the time, I would say maybe February, Valentine's Day came, I was that this extreme thirst, the blurry vision, the frequent urination, and then I started to, feel something in my backside. What was going on there? And then a hemorrhoid popped up, and this is like, oh my god, really? This. This would happen. This is what happens to me, y'all. I get all of these afflictions happening to me at one time. Last summer, I may have talked about this, so not um, no matter what. But last summer, I you know I got pneumonia. I caught pneumonia. Believe it, in the summertime too. That's crazy. But I caught pneumonia, and then and that was around the time that I went and get my second COVID shot. So I thought I was feeling bad because of the COVID shot. And it said that if you take the COVID shot, you need to take the ibuprofen. So I was taking ibuprofen, and then that tore up my stomach while I was bleeding in my stomach. So yeah, and I had to go in the hospital, and I had a couple days in the hospital from that. And and I had that because I had the stuff in my chest. I was coughing up. I was everything. Then I had the bleeding from the stomach. So now here we are. I got all of this stuff. I have this high blood pressure. This not high blood pressure, but this excessive thirst. I have this frequent urination. I've got this blurry vision. One of the reasons why I am wearing my glasses now, and we're talking. No, I'm not wearing my glasses. I should say. We'll get to that in a second. And I have all of this. And I have all of this happening to me, and then a hemorrhoid pops up. Thank God, it's just. You know, uh, why is this happening? Why is this hemorrhoid happening? And then that pops up, and then you know the week of the 21st of February. That is that is when. Well, no, it was Valentine's Day week. Yeah, like I said, Valentine's Day week, and that's when it was crazy because the hemorrhoid happened, and then started to have, and it was really really painful. It was so painful that during that week, from like the 14th to the 21st, 3 days, 3 days, I stayed up all night trying to, because of the pain, and trying to, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep with that much pain, and it was just, you know, I was looking, doing the Google thing, and looking to see, what it was, because I realized it was hemorrhoid. Because I had a hemorrhoid one time before. I had it like in maybe I would say maybe either 2018 or 2019. I had a hemorrhoid, and it it kind of just went away. I went to the doctor, and the doctor gave me some medicine, and I used using the medicine, and it went away. Like when you look on Google, they usually say it goes away in 1 to 2 weeks, and that's what happened. It went away in 1 to 2 weeks. So I was okay. I didn't think nothing of it, but this was so painful, and I just couldn't sleep. I wanted it to be removed. This thing needs to be removed so that I can be pain free. Um, But then I think what happened was is that I went to the bathroom and had a bowel movement, and the movement involved no fecal matter, and it was just blood. It was just blood, and I said, "Wow, this is something that I think is more than what I think it is." So I need to go to the emergency room. So I went to the emergency room, and no, my hope was that they would cut off maybe maybe they would cut off or do something to the hemorrhoid to stop it from hurting so much. And that's what I think. That's what I thought it was from. I thought it was from the hemorrhoid, and so I thought if it would cut off, take care of it, and that would fix the problem. And I was also maybe thinking that I kind of thought that maybe some of my other issues as well, like would be talking. I would talk about them. Maybe they would do some find something out for that as well. But mainly, I was just there to this for the hemorrhoid, right? Hemorrhoid and the bleeding out of my rectum. And so we went there and so we talked about it, and I saw the doctor, and God, I'm not saying that the lady wasn't nice. She was nice. She was so great. Everybody there was great to me. Nobody. Yeah, I have no complaints about anybody in the hospital that I was at that I went to. But I do say that she needed to do the rectal exam to find the inside part of the hemorrhoid, and boy, she went in there. She just and I was like I just because it hurt. God damn it, it hurt. And but okay, whatever. She went in there and they get blood from me and everything like that, and so they did all that, and then they came back and they told me that my blood sugar was 700. No blood sugar. Now, for those of you who don't know what the blood sugar is, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really sure what I know what blood sugar is. But what I do know is that you may have seen people have it where they take a little needle and or they may have it to you when you've gone to the hospital, right? They take the little needle, take your finger, and you prick your finger, the blood comes out, then they have this machine, you put a strip in, the strip catches the blood, and then and then that calculates a number. That is your blood sugar. So apparently they did that like when they took the blood out of me, and then they did the blood sugar. It was 700 degrees, 700 not 700 degrees, but it was just 700, and that was one of the reasons why I was having the frequent urination, the excessive dry mouth, and the blurry vision. My diabetes had gotten out of whack, and we don't know why. We don't know why, because it was just months ago when it was so good. My AC1 was so good that she took me off the medicine, and I just couldn't understand, and I can understand it what was going on. So I went there for the hemorrhoid, found out some information about the other ones, and so they were going to admit me so that they can try to get my um, blood sugar down. And what they just decided to do was they just for the hemorrhoid was just put some cream on it and put some suppositories in me, and just yeah, the first time it happened, the girl did it. Not the doctor, but one of the nurses. She put the suppository in me. I did the suppositories for myself after that because I didn't, I didn't want any more fingers in my butt. I really didn't. Ugh. So So yeah, that was that. And then I hospital stay, and took a while to find a room, but I finally got a room. And so and then they hooked me up to IVs and everything like that. And well, I tell you, I don't know if I have the ability to show you some of the pictures, but they were, they were looking for IVs, for spots for IVs in me. And God, it was just, I was so bruised up. I was so bruised up from them looking for IVs in me. It was just insane. There's so many holes in my arms and anything like that. To try and find this goddamn, try to find a place for an IV. The medical profession, scientists need to come up with a better way of getting fluids into you than sticking a needle in your vein. It does. And they need to find a better way to get fluids in you, to get medicine in you, into you, directly into your stream, than sticking a needle in your vein. God, that hurts. And then you can't find one and everything like that, and the people can't find one, and they're just poking you and poking you and poking you. God, that hurts. It absolutely hurts. Totally need to find a better way for that. The bruises were just, man. Anyway, actually, what I may do, I did take some pictures. What I may do is I may put them on my TikTok. I mean, I got pictures on my phone. When I came home, I took pictures of them, of the bruises. So I might put that on TikTok. So follow me on TikTok, AJTRIP20, and I'll try to put those out sometime today, and you can find those out. And then I usually upload a TikTok up here, so you can you'll see it on here. So make sure that you on the YouTube channel. For those of you guys who are listening on the podcast and not watching the YouTube version, yeah, again, just follow me on TikTok or go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/AJTrip. Um, anyway, back to the story. So yeah, I was admitted into the hospital, given fluids. I was given insulin, to try to curtail the diabetes and try to get my blood sugar down to like a normal regular level. Um, and that, I think I went in on the 22nd. I went in on the 22nd of February, Tuesday. I stayed for um, uh, 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I left Saturday morning. But over those 3 days, I did get better. The excessive, the thirst went away. The dry mouth, just like that, was kind of curtailed. The frequent urination was no longer frequent. Um, Again, the hemorrhoids, and it didn't. That still was hurting, and even so that, and I wasn't, you know, I wasn't, you know, having bowel movements in the hospital, and I'm not sure why exactly. Um, Maybe I wasn't eating too much or whatever. Maybe it was just kind of like my body trying to heal myself. But boy, I would say Friday night was a scary. It was kind of a scary night because boy, I had a bit of a bowel movement. I had a bit of a bowel movement, and but that bowel movement, boy, it just hurt. And then after I had it, it hurt the hemorrhoid or whatever is in me, and it was going up to my side, and my side was hurting, and boy, and then I couldn't pee. I felt like I couldn't pee, and boy, I was just I was messed up again. I was supposed to go home Friday, but doctor changed their minds because my potassium level was low. Whatever that was supposed to be. My potassium level was low. So I was upset that I couldn't go home Friday. So Friday, so the stuff was happening Friday night. I was like, they're not gonna let me go home again. They said they're gonna go Saturday. They're not gonna let me go home. But I did. I got the opportunity to go home Saturday, and then Friday night they were talking about putting a catheter in me. And from everything that I've heard, there's like two type of catheters. There's a catheter that there's a tube that slips over your penis so that you can pee that way. And then I thought that the catheter you slip the catheter through the penis hole. And that's what I've always thought a catheter was, that you stick it through the penis hole. Now, maybe that still is the case, but I think what she was talking about, they were going to inject it right into the bladder. So, but thankfully, I did go pee. I did pee, and they did the thing where they were looking at my bladder, ultrasound my bladder, see how much liquid I had in my bladder, and after a couple of urinations, I had enough. I urinated enough so that there was no need for a catheter. Thank heavens. Thank heavens, no need for a catheter. So then we turn our attention to coming home, right? And it's kind of the same thing here, for a little bit. Um, Kind of had a you know issue using the washroom, and when I got home, it really felt different because now what I'm feeling, and again, I don't know if this is still part of the hemorrhoid or if this is something else that is grown, you know, grown in me or whatever. But it almost felt like there was a blockage when I tried to have a bowel movement. And I apologize for everybody. And I hope nobody's eating through all of this. I hope nobody's But I'm just trying to be open and honest about this. Just let you know what I've been dealing with. You know, and maybe this might help you one day if you have these feelings. You know what to do. If you're a diabetic and you get excessive dry mouth and frequent urination and your vision is starting to get blurry, you probably maybe blood sugar is way too high and you need to see somebody. You need to see a doctor or go to the emergency room, and they would take care of you. Um, but anyway, like I said, so it felt like there was a blockage inside of me where I couldn't have a full evacuation. Where some stuff would come out, but some other stuff would like only be stuck inside me. You know what I'm saying? That's a horrible feeling. And I felt like there was something that was pushing against like my skin on the outside, because you could feel back there, and you could feel like there was part that was like bigger or swollen than it should have been, and you're just wondering, and I'm wondering like, what is that? What is that back there? And I'm worried, and I'm googling, and I'm seeing things called like polyps. Polyps could be that, and they're like cancerous polyps, they're non-cancerous polyps, and I'm seeing all that, so I'm just very worried. When I was in the hospital, the doctor that was treating me did want me to get a colonoscopy. So I called and tried to make a thing for that. They're talking about they're gonna have the doctors do it. So I you know whatever. But I'm gonna you know I may try to call again the next day or two to you know figure out what the hell to do about it. But yeah. So but I had that feeling. I had that feeling for about just about a week. Just about a week. Like I said, I came home on the 26th, and then that feeling let up a little bit Saturday, Not necessarily Saturday, but it let up a little bit. No, it was. I think it was Saturday. Yeah, maybe it let up a little bit Saturday, but a little bit better. Yesterday, Sunday, was a little bit better as well. Felt like you go to the bathroom, and you take medicines, you take like stool softeners and things like that to try to help you out, so that you can help out with this. Because when you have a hemorrhoid, you know, hemorrhoids come because you are straining during your evacuation. That's at least that's what they say. But I don't remember straining during my evacuations before I got the hemorrhoid, so I don't know what the hell was going on. But anyway, and like I said, I don't even know if it's a hemorrhoid anymore because it's it's this feeling inside of me of being like blocking the X-way, you know, for the evacuation. And it also felt like it was pushing down on my tailbone. Yesterday was real bad. Yesterday I had like a real bad pain on my tailbone, and it also feels like maybe it's pushing up against my prostate a little bit. So I don't know what exactly is going on with me. That's why I said I can't wait to get this colonoscopy, see what is going on, see if things can get fixed, see if they can remove some stuff out of me, whatever. Because I was looking at that and it was saying that you can, during a colonoscopy, the doctors can remove some stuff, from you. If they find something like a polyp or something else, they can remove it during that time. So, like, yeah, let's. I'm all for it. Let's go. Let's get this thing out of me. Um, so it has been um it has been a strange 2 months for me. I woke up this morning feeling a little bit better, not in a lot of pain. Go back there. I have not checked back there, or I have not gone to the washroom, so I don't know necessarily what is exactly back there or anything like that. All I know I can say is this: if you've watched some videos from the past couple of videos that I've done, um, and particularly probably the That's a Shoot video that I did, there was a lot of, if you can see, there was a lot of twitching and a lot of movement from me, more than usual. I know I'm always very fidgety and things like that doing these YouTube videos. But I was very more fidgety. Then that's because I was uncomfortable because of the hemorrhoid. I was trying to find a way to sit that wouldn't be uncomfortable or painful or anything like that. But I think, as you can see, for the most part in this video, I believe I pretty much sat still. I know I've done some moving sometimes like that, but for the most part, I pretty much sat still. And this is the first time I can do this in a while. So that is very interesting in itself. Um, so yeah, like I said, it's been a very interesting 2 months since I've turned 40. Basically, I turned 40 and I just went straight downhill. So yeah. So some of the things that they decided to fix with me, right, was that I've been put on insulin. I wasn't taking insulin, but now I'm put on insulin. And I need to take insulin. Um, Even though I was a diabetic, I've never been so far in the diabetic um, range where I needed to prick my finger and test my blood sugar every day. I never needed to do that, but now I need to. I need to test blood sugar every day, and then whatever my blood sugar is affects the insulin that I need to give myself. So it says I need to take 8 units, and then there's a range, so where like it was between this and this, you add 2 more units. This and this, you add 4 more units, and yada yada yada. Let's go down on this. So like this morning, like in about an hour or so, when I take my blood sugar, that's gonna help see how much how much money, how much money I would get. It's gonna depend on how much insulin I need to take. I was taking off all the other blood pressure not blood pressure, all the other, well, I take off some blood pressure medication too, like the hydrochlorothiazide, which makes you even urinate even more. I was taking off that, taking off a few other things with the diabetic medications. Only medication I wasn't taking off of was Trulicity, so I took that. So I still take that. Um, yeah, it's very very weird. So I'm trying to find out, you know, when I would maybe get back to some normalcy. Get back to some normalcy. I don't know if I'm ever going to be normal again. Um, for myriad reasons. I talked about my eyes and the glasses. You see, look a lot of it in my past videos. I always wear glasses, right? Always wear glasses. Um, but strange things happen. My eyesight has seemingly gotten better with my glasses off, at least up close, than it has with glasses on. And so I, this is a strange thing I was reading about it. It's not the fact that your eyesight gets better, but your eyesight changes when you are like a diabetic and you have that, you got that diabetic thing that I had, diabetic episode. That your eyesight kind of changes. Maybe something happens with the lens in the eyesight, and maybe something like that. So now, like if I were to put on my glasses, it would be blurry, and I wouldn't. And even though I'm up this close, I really wouldn't be able to see some of the words that are on my um, computer screen right now. I wouldn't be able to do that, which is strange. So I haven't had an eye exam since I came down here to North Carolina. So I need to have one, and then I need to also ask about, see if there's a place where if they give out free glasses. They give out free glasses. Now, America's Best, they have like things where you can get two glasses for $69.99. But even then, I don't have that type of money for that. So, just see if there's a place where I can get like free glasses. Glasses free made and things like that. So, um, I might ask about that. I see her again this Wednesday to see how I've advanced in a week. I've gotten better, gotten a little bit worse. I was worried about, worried about what's going on in the back there, in the colon area. But again, today I was getting up and I felt kind of good back there. No, kind of not a lot of pain. I'm able to sit like this with no fidgetiness or anything like that. So maybe things are happening. So I think that's a good thing. At least in my eyes, it's totally a good thing. So I think that's pretty much all that I have to say about that. Just giving you an update like on my health and everything like that. Like I said, we'll see what other things are happening. I still need a colonoscopy, and I'll give you an update on that. Again, if you're listening on the podcast, YouTube channel is where you can get the updates from. So yeah, it's totally gonna figure out what some other things are gonna happen. So, but hopefully, by the time you guys hear me next month, and next month should just be the podcast. So once again, if you guys are watching on YouTube, check the description box and make sure you go to Sounder FM. The link is in the description box down below for the Word According to Me podcast, and you can go there. I have it on many platforms. I have my sports podcast on many platforms. I'm doing my sports podcast later on in the month. We're gonna talk about everything that's happened since the Super Bowl, because that was my last podcast with the Super Bowl. We're gonna talk about the All-Star game, Major League Baseball doing whatever they're doing. March Madness obviously is going to start soon. We'll be talking about that probably, and many much more. So yeah, make sure that you are um, um, wherever you listen to your podcast. Make sure I'm sure mine is on there, and make sure you go there and listen to both the sports podcast and then this podcast. Um, so yeah, that's the way to go about it. Um, but I think next month we'll probably find a better topic to talk about. I probably will still give you another update on my health. But we'll find another topic that we could talk about. Something a little bit more fun, a little bit more exciting. Um, yeah, we'll get that happening. So yeah. So I want to thank everybody who has been watching on YouTube, listening on the podcast, wherever you listen to my podcast, and yeah, I appreciate it so much. Um, if you feel like supporting me out, I have a Patreon, patreon.com/AJTRIP. Become a patron. Um, 3 tiers. Once I hit a certain amount of patrons, will be able to determine what you see on my YouTube channel, what you hear on this podcast, and we'll do something maybe for Twitch as well. Usually I say, what video games do you want me to play on Twitch? Out of the video games that I have, not of any other video games, but like last year, the internet here just fucked up and sucks. So I can't live stream at all, and that's garbage. Absolutely garbage. So I have not streamed in such a long time. I cannot wait. I want to get back to streaming, playing video games so bad. Yeah, it sucks. But anyway, so yeah, you guys watching on YouTube, post any comments you have down below. To me, what you guys think. If you have any questions about health or any questions about anything, I'll try my best to be as honest as I can and help and answer them. And yeah, make sure that you are subscribed. You click the notification bell, and so that any video that I put out new, WWE 2K22 is getting ready to come out. I've already ordered it. It's actually going to be out tonight, later on tonight. So that's something good for those, I guess, who pre-ordered it early. For everybody else, it's coming out on Friday. So yeah, that is that. I will have my review of that next week, next Monday or Tuesday. So make sure you don't want to miss that. Um, and any other videos as well. I have a couple other videos that I think I'm going to do this week. I'm definitely going to try to do That's a Shoot again this week. Try to get back into the form of doing that each and every week like it should be done. So yeah, hopefully we are getting back to normal. Hopefully I'm getting a little bit back to normal. And we will be able to, get this back on track into doing the things that I was doing before all of this mess happened with me and my health. So yeah, I want to thank you guys again for listening and watching. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate any support that you give me. It's all been great. So I was thinking about maybe saying something else, but I don't think so. So thank you guys so much for watching and listening. This is your boy AJTRIP signing off. And as always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.